Welcome to session 4 of unit 3rd. I am Dr. Sudarshan P. here before you to present the topic sources of recruitment. In previous sessions we studied about various aspects of recruitment. Now we are going to study the sources of recruitment. Sources of recruitment can be classified into internal sources and second one is external sources. ಅಂದರೆ ನೇಮಕಾತಿ ಮೂಲಗಳನ್ನು ಎರಡು ವಿಭಾಗಗಳಾಗಿ ವಿಂಗಡಿಸಬಹುದು. ಒಂದು ಆಂತರಿಕ ಮೂಲಗಳು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಬಾಹ್ಯ ಮೂಲಗಳು. ಈಗ internal sources of recruitment. And internal sources of recruitment consist of people already working in the organization. Internal source which is available within the organization. Various internal sources of recruitment may be promotions. If there is any vacancy in the higher position, persons or candidate who is working or employee who is working in the lower level of management and he is or she is capable of occupying the higher post, then promotion can be given to him to that particular position. It is the vertical upgradation of the job of that employee. Then second one is retired employees. Sometimes retired employees are taken for the vacant post in the organization because they are well versed with the job of that and they are having experience on the same. Thereby you can fill the vacant position in the organization. Then transfers. You can transfer an employee from one department to another department and thereby you can fill the vacancy which is arising in a particular department. Then former employees, those who worked earlier in our organization may also be appointed for the present post in the organization. Next, fifth one, internal advertisement. You can give advertisement in the company stating that there are some vacant posts in the organization. Those who are working in the organization can apply for the same and thereby you can find the source. So these are all the sources that are available to fill the vacancies which are there in our organization. Merits of internal sources of recruitment. What are the plus points? Under that one, when the existing employees are given chance to get the higher position of the organization, then employees' loyalty as well as morale will increase. Here, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ದವರನ್ನೇ ನೀವು ಹೈಯರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅವರ ಈ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿತ್ವ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅವರ ಮನೋಸ್ಥೈರ್ಯ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ದಿ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಲಾಯಲ್ಟಿ as well as morale of them. ಸೊ ಲಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿತ್ವ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಉಬೆ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹದ್ದು, ಲಾಯಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಲಾಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋರು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಲಾಯಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಲಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಶಬ್ದ, ಮಹಾಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸಂಧಾನ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಣ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಕೌರವ ಹೇಗೆ ಇರಲಿ ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ ವಿಚಾರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟನಾಗಿದ್ರು ನನಗೆ ಅವ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಲಹಿದೊಡೆಯನ ಜೋಳವಾಳಿಗೆ ತಲೆಯ ಮಾರುವುದೊಂದೇ ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಫಲ ಎನ್ನುತ್ತ ಕರ್ಣನು. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಅನ್ನ ನೀಡಿ ಸಲಹಿದಂತ ಒಡೆಯ ಕೌರವ, ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಾಂಡವರ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸಂಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಶಬ್ದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿತ್ವ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಲೋಯರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಹೈಯರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅವರ ಮನೋಸ್ಥೈರ್ಯ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿತ್ವ, ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಬಗೆಗಿನ ಅವರ ಗೌರವ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. It highly motivates the employees. ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. It helps in reducing the employee turnover. So turnover means leaving the organization. Rate of leaving the organization by employees will be reduced to the maximum extent possible. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದೇ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. Then it creates the scope to get a competitive advantage by recruiting the skilled employees for the higher positions. Already they have work experience and they are having knowledge about the company. Also, therefore, it help the company to get or recruit highly skilled people for the higher post. It helps in maximizing job security and job satisfaction. That is another plus point. It increases the job security or feeling of job security in the minds of the employees and also create a job satisfaction in them. It helps in reducing the efforts of induction programs because they are all aware of the company procedure, practices, policy, and no need of further giving orientation to them when they are occupying the higher post of the organization. Then transfer from one department to another department helps in eliminating monotony and boredom. So by transferring employees from one department to another department, what is the plus point is that monotony or repetitive task can be reduced and boredom, feeling of boredom can be reduced to the maximum extent possible. Now, again, when you say there are some the merits of internal sources of recruitment, there are also some minus points. First one is it provides limited choice of talents available in the organization. There is no chance for the entry of new blood to the organization, or it avoids the arrival of fresh candidate or fresh blood to the organization. Second one is internal employees are protected from competition by not providing any opportunity to fresh talent, and there is no chance of fresh talent entry to the organization. That is another minus points. And third one is there may be bias or partiality in promoting or transferring persons from one department to another department within the organization. So that kind of prejudice may happen in case of internal sources, especially during transfer. Next, fourth one, it may create a frustration among those employees who are not selected. What happens? It is a motivating factor to some of the employees who are selected, and demotivating factor to those who are not selected. And ultimately, it creates frustration in the employees. And fifth one, for post requiring innovations and creative thinking, internal recruitment method is not suitable because we do require highly creative and innovative people in higher posts. Therefore, it is better to get the fresh blood from outside. Next one is external sources of recruitment. And we studied about internal sources, meaning, and the plus and minus of internal sources and the sources that we have studied. Next, external sources, meaning, and various sources. Meaning, external sources refers to the practice of getting suitable persons for the job from outside. Various sources of external recruitment includes advertisement, campus interview, placement agencies, employment exchanges, walk-in interview, e-recruitment, competitors, casual callers, labor contracts, referrals or recommendations, we say. Then recommendation from the trade unions, similar organizations. These are all the external sources that are available to fill the vacancies in our organization or company. Now, merits of external sources of recruitment. It makes a wider choice of persons of varied qualifications or qualification available, right? Different kinds of people, different people who are having different qualifications are enter into organization because of external sources of recruitment. Next, it improves the competitive spirit of our company, right? It even give awareness to the existing employees that people may come from outside, therefore we have to enhance our competitive spirit. And third one, it can bring new ideas, new skills, new methods. That is, fresh blood into organization brings new ideas, skills, and methods. Then, highly qualified and experienced candidates may help the company to come up with better performance. So, the fresh appointment from outside will give you better performance in the organization. And next one is there is less scope for bias or partiality because we are recruiting employees from external sources, and therefore normally the bias and partiality can be reduced to the maximum. Next, there is a less possibility of internal politics. When we are promoting an employee from one position to another position, there will be interpersonal problems because others may find it jealous, or normally that kind of conflict may arise in the organization because it demotivates those who are not getting the chance. So, less possibility of internal politics in case of external sources. It is there in the internal sources. Next, there is more opportunity for better growth, both for candidate and for the organization. In case of external sources, and a candidate enters into our company and he gets experience and his growth is ensured. At the same time, he is coming with some new ideas, new innovative aspects, and ultimately it improves or it gives an opportunity for the company to grow better. When the company selects a candidate with high potential, then there is a higher possibility of overall growth of the organization because company is not only built by its infrastructural facilities but also by the quality of the human resource in that organization. Next, demerits of external sources of recruitment. When a candidate is selected from the external source, there is a possibility that the candidate might have less chance of understanding the environment of the company because they are newer to the company. As a result, they don't know the company's policies, procedure, practices, and the mission and vision. Therefore, we have to have orientation programs to them after selecting them and after placing them to the job. Next one is external sources of recruitment is a time consuming process. Starting from recruitment or receiving application till the finalization of the selection of candidate, there is a long gestation period. As there are a number of candidates applied for a job and a recruiter need time to select the candidates. Next one is it is a costly process. So entire recruitment process is costlier one. That is conducting of interview, then group discussion, and appointing of some experts for doing such interviews and all that. These are all very costly process. Next, fourth one, recruitment from outside creates a sense of insecurity among the employees who are working within the organization. They may refuse to cooperate fully with the enterprise because you are not giving any chance to them, opportunity to them to grow in the organization. As a result, what happens is the morale of the employees or existing employees may be reduced. And as a result, they may not cooperate with the enterprise. Some candidates chosen from outside may fail to adjust themselves to the new environment. So each business organization has its own internal environment, including value system and ethics, etc. Or for that, that newly chosen candidate may not adjustable. So that kind of problems may also arise because of external sources of recruitment. However, By considering the requirements of the company, the HR department has to decide the percentage of external recruitment and internal recruitment to fill the various vacancies which are arising in the organization. Both internal sources as well as external sources have their own limitations. However, these limitations can be corrected or set right by having some methods to set right such loopholes or problems. So, you can expect 24 marks question on this area. Normally, they are asking direct question, explain the internal and external sources of recruitment. They will ask, define recruitment, explain the internal and external sources of recruitment for section C. Then you have to write these two aspects, that is, sources of recruitment are divided into two, that is, internal sources and external sources. Then you have to write the meaning of both. Then you have to write the plus and minus of each source. Then you have to conclude with the statement stating that it is always decided on the nature and the requirement of the organization or company, whether to go for external sources or internal sources. That is depending on the policy of the organization. I think you followed this session. Thank you for patience hearing.